What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Cha-ching! Breaking Chaos by Ben Galley. So, guys, this is book number 3 in the Chasing Graves trilogy, bringing this whole journey to an end. Ooh, so sad, I know. Yes, guys, I really enjoyed this trilogy, but I know some of you right now are trying to back out of this video because of spoilers. But no, I'm not going to be spoiling shit, guys. I'm just going to get into the nitty-gritty, give a little brief kind of overview of what's going on, but really jumping right into thoughts and feelings, what I think that Ben Galley has done really well, maybe what he didn't do well, all that jazz. All right? Buckle up. So here in Breaking Chaos, Ben Galley brings us back to Araxes, where the dead don't die. They're sold into servitude. And it's fucked up. Anyway, along the way now, we've been past 2 books, so Ben Galley has brought us a rather large cast and crew, and he's been weaving their stories together. And essentially, our characters have all been playing games, very high-stakes games. And here in book 3, we're finding out if the risk was worth the reward for our characters. One of the first things I want to jump into is going to be Ben Galley's writing, because along the way, it's pretty much stayed the same. I do think he's tightened some things up here and there. Book 1 was a slow burn, but it's not a bad book. It's actually very, very intelligently written. Now, book 2 and 3, a much more steady, faster ride, but I do think that Ben Galley's writing has stayed strong throughout all 3, and something I just want to mention for anyone interested in this trilogy is you gotta give it up to the guy, because he's writing a story that has multiple perspectives. But not only that, he's also changing the point of view as like going from third person to first person. He has really swung for the fences. This feels like somebody that tried to incorporate a lot of tricky stuff, and he does it and he pulls it off. So once again, I'm here praising Ben Galley and his writing. It is detailed, it is visceral in the right moments, it is funny, it is heartfelt, it is disturbing. It's a lot of fucking things all in one. It's an eclectic style, and this is why it's always been hard for me to really say, oh, it's grimdark, because I think Ben Galley is a little bit more. Next up, I want to talk about the characters, because this is something that I feel, especially in book 3, really shines. Now, along the way, I've really fallen in love with a lot of these characters, but I was really blown away with book 3 in how it didn't matter who I was spending time with, I was into it. The story had me. The character had me. At this point in the trilogy, I'm just that invested, and I think others will be too, and you'll be blown away that you just don't care who you're spending time with because it's a fucking awesome ride. You're enjoying what's on the page, no matter whose face it is. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that I don't like Caltro Basalt more than the rest, because I do. I love Caltro Basalt. But like I said, it didn't matter that I was spending time with other characters. Wasn't like, oh, I want to get back to Caltro. I enjoyed myself with those other characters. But with Caltro Basalt, I think everyone's going to enjoy this guy. Of course, this is where we're going to be getting that first-person point of view. So you're getting a lot more of the emotion and you're getting a better feel for this character because we're inside his head. But along the way, man, I've just really fallen in love with this guy, and it's just so much goddamn fun in this one, man. And I do think that Ben Galley has done a great job at Caltro's character development. Caltro's character development reminds me a bit of Jalen Kendith from Red Queen's War, Mark Lawrence's Red Queen's War, because Caltro does have character development, but it's subtle. But this subtle character development is so much more than the kind that just gets rammed down your fucking throat, okay? Because this feels a little bit more organic, more believable, especially for a guy like Caltro. Next, I want to talk about the political intrigue of this book, and really throughout this trilogy, but really here in book 3, we're seeing Ben Galley just going crazy with that political intrigue, okay? There is so much. Like I said earlier, man, this is a book of high stakes. Players have been, kind of stabbing one another in the back, trying to make moves to reach whatever goal they got. And here, some of this shit is really, some people are being called in for their debts, so to speak. And it is wild. But Ben Galley also is really good at subverting your expectations, so don't be surprised when you're surprised. What? The next thing I want to get into is the action in the book. I don't know if I've actually spoken about Ben Galley's action, but it's fucking here in spades, guys. In fact, there is a sword duel between two characters that I have been waiting for probably since book 1. And now I got it. And whoa, it was fucking badass. And it didn't go the way I expected either, so, I mean, it was kind of like double points for me. Now I want to take a minute and talk about the ending without spoiling anything. Obviously, I'm not going to actually talk about the ending, but more or less just how this trilogy left me feeling. Was I left satisfied or not? And yes, I was left more than satisfied. In fact, I just released a review where I was talking about how book 3 in a trilogy is kind of notoriously my least favorite. Not so with this. I do think that the second book was my favorite, but then I would put book number 3 as my next. Book number 1 was really good, but it was that slow burn that might have made the difference. And book number 3 is not a slow burn at all. It might not be as fast-paced as book 2, but goddamn, it's good as all hell. And trust me, at this point, you are into the story, into the characters, and everything that's going on. And the way that Ben Galley leaves you in the end, I think the people that have been paying attention from page 1 of book 1 are going to fucking really enjoy the way that he sets us off to sail. So as far as my 2 cents for the slow and the struggling, yes, I do think that the Chasing Graves trilogy is for you. In fact, if you've been watching these reviews for these books, you will know that I place them right in the challenge category. Not super challenge, but just right when you feel like you're starting to get some legs underneath you and you're catching the road in just the right amount and you're ready for an uphill challenge. Man, Ben Galley is going to give you that incline, but just the right amount. He's not going to lose you. You will have to pay attention in book 1 because it's a slow burn, guys. You're going to have to kind of dig in and hang on. But once you're past that, I do believe it's going to be smooth fucking sailing, and you're going to be getting a style that is meatier, has, thicker bones than what you're used to, and by the end of this trilogy, you will become a stronger reader for it. And you're going to have some fucking fun. Huh? How about it? Well, all right, guys. As always, thanks for spending some time down here at the channel. And to Ben Galley, a gadoosh. 2 thumbs up and some salutes. Because guess what? I fucking loved this trilogy. Really enjoyed myself. Well, I'm going to hold some of these characters in my heart for sure. Especially Caltro and Pointy. I'll never forget their fucking hilarious asses. Thank you. For those out there wanting more from me and maybe Ben Galley, maybe we can convince him to get onto the channel, do a little interview, which might help kind of clear things up and which direction I go with his books from here on out. I don't know. I'm actually literally just leaving this part in, so hopefully Ben Galley sees it and he feels cornered. But he has to come on the channel. Anyway, for you guys that are still watching this, fucking thank you. Thanks for hanging in there. I know that my stuff can be pretty cringy. You got to look at this ugly face and me curse every 5 fucking seconds. It's not easy. But for those that are willing to deal with my shit, thank you. And from the bottom of my black heart, gosh bless you. Gosh bless you. Notice how I didn't say God. Gosh bless you. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Peace.